Hello everyone and welcome to another episode. I'm your host Ihab, the founder of the highest possible expression coaching and teaching. And today we want to talk about why to put your entrepreneurial identity just one step behind your technical identity. Now, let me explain that through an example so you'll have a better understanding of what I mean here and the potency for what I mean here. So, let's assume that you're a mechanic, you're a car mechanic, and that's how you see yourself. That's how you operate from the world. That's what your self-image is all about. Now, why that's limiting? Because if you see yourself only as a car mechanic, it means that's where you grow. That's the only area you can grow in. Now, if you start seeing yourself as an entrepreneur first, and by definition, an entrepreneur is someone who adds value to the world. If you start seeing yourself as an entrepreneur first, who happened to be specialized in car mechanics, then you'll have a bigger way to see the world. Then you become more visionary. Then you can have team around you to help you, because eventually your goal is to help people solve a problem. It doesn't matter if you're doing it by your hand or you're allowing other people to do it. And that's what I mean. When you see yourself as an entrepreneur, you give yourself the chance to start thinking in a way that includes more leadership in it. That embodies more the thinking of visionaries. So let me give you another example from life. Someone like Steve Jobs. Imagine Steve Jobs perceived himself as programmer and not an entrepreneur. What will happen then? He will confine his thinking processes only to programming, instead of thinking that programming is one of his specialties, but all in all he's an entrepreneur to solve a problem. And that's why he was able to think in a different scale of thinking that most people are not able to do. Now you might be thinking, okay, Hab, that's a great idea. I will start to put entrepreneurial identity just a step before that, before my technical identity. And that cannot happen, by the way, at a conscious level. That has to happen at a deep subconscious level. So you might be thinking, Hab, that's great, but I'm a doctor. I can't see myself as an entrepreneur. But who said so? Actually, if you're a doctor, it means you're someone who's bringing value, someone who's solving a problem. And value is either alleviating pain or adding pleasure. So if you see yourself as doctor, you're gonna confine yourself to the technical position of a doctor. But if you see yourself as an entrepreneur first, you start thinking of value. So you might have a team of doctors around you. You might have a center that provide a solution for the problem you were intended to solve. So what I mean here, no matter what you do, see yourself as an entrepreneur first, and then the technical identity. Now, why I'm saying that, again, it's about being a visionary instead of being a technical. And the difference is huge, because visionary includes being technical in its heart, but being technical does not include being visionary in its heart. And that difference in thinking is huge. So let me give you another example from my own life. If I only think of myself as coach, I will confine my possibilities of just coaching people one-to-one. But because I see myself as an entrepreneur, that's where I think more in terms of business. That's where I think more in terms of adding value, bringing teaching. No matter if I can do it one-to-one, through videos, allowing other people to help me with that. So you start thinking more as visionary. And believe me, if you make that tiny shift from technical second and entrepreneur first, you'll have a huge difference in your thinking processes. And I don't mean here entrepreneur as an egoistic identity that you cling to just to look cool because it's the new trend in business. That's what I meant. What I meant is entrepreneur as a tool for service. Because if you don't see entrepreneurial, if you don't see in the entrepreneurial identity as a tool for service, you're gonna used by it. And you're gonna be jailed by it as another egoistic identity. So pay attention to that. Okay, that was my advice about setting your entrepreneurial identity first, then your technical one, to have more prosperous life and to set yourself as visionary and leadership in your field, as a leader in your field. Okay, till I see you next time, I want you to go to the world and, as always, unleash your highest possible expression. And thank you.